Should put some Vaseline on it. Today's a bit of an admin day. We had an Anderson plug put in on the LandCruiser a long time ago, and for some reason we've not been getting any charge from the alternator while we're driving and towing the van. So a few trial and error troubleshooting days later, we found out that the cabling for the Anderson plug isn't thick enough, so it's not holding voltage, so it's just dropping after a few seconds, so it's not actually charging our batteries up. So I've got all the materials, all the wires, all the cabling, fuses and stuff to install a new cable. I've put the ground sheet down again, our little mat, just to make things a bit easier for me. So yeah, this cabling here I don't think is thick enough to power the batteries in the Caravan, so I'm going to put new ones in. I'm just going to run them alongside it, just put a new Anderson plug in next to it. I'm not going to leave it, I'm not going to take that out, I'm going to just keep that in because it could charge something in the future, who knows. I've managed to get the earth cable through. I've just popped a little hole in the grommet there in the firewall, and I've managed to pull it through here, this cable here, and it's going underneath the edge here. Sorry, it's a bit dirty, needs a bit of a clean out, but it runs all the way back through the back under here, up round the back through there past the speakers and out here. And there is a little grommet just behind here that I'm going to pop it through, but I'm just trying to get the positive cable through, but it's getting a bit hard, the hole's a bit tight. So what I've managed to do is I've just, by the way, I'm not qualified anyway to give any advice or any mechanical tips, so don't listen to anything I say, but what I've done is I've taped, get a view, I've taped the positive end to a really long driver bit, Phillips head bit. So I'm going to try and use that to poke it through, and hopefully we're a winner. So yeah. Oh, actually, another thing, I was going to run the cables through this side, but I've literally got no room to get my fat hands down by the brake reservoir and the master cylinder. So I've just I'm just putting what's back together now I mentioned it, but yeah, I've given up on going through this side because you can't even see where the grommet is to get it through there, and my fat hands aren't getting in there. So I've swapped sides and I'm running it this side, so loads more room here for me to get my hands in and work. So yeah, make things easier for yourself. I've managed to push the Phillips head bit with the positive cable attached to it through the grommet. Ow, don't walk into your wing mirror. And there it is. So let's see if it will pull through without pulling the wire out. I might need to use two hands for this. Hang on. Should put some Vaseline on it. Oh, there she is. And there's our positive. Same thing, run it round here underneath. Bob's your uncle. So both cables are in. I've just put some electrical tape just round them every now and then just to keep them lined up. Yeah, one's around the back. Just gonna go under all these mats. And there, so there we have both cables. If you can see, but I'm through. I've managed to get the cables in, and they come out the bottom, right next to the exhaust, right where you don't want them to be. But it's alright, I can wrap them under there and get them out of the way. Now I've got both my cables running through the engine bay here. Next job is obviously chuck some conduit around them, just to give them some protection. So these two cables here, the ones I've just installed, conduit going all the way down to the grommet. Perfect. I don't have a heap of conduit, so I'm going to use as much as I can for the cables that are outside the vehicle. So that's my plan anyway, and then whatever's left I can use inside. So what I've done here is, just clean the old lens, what I've done here is I've put the conduit on first, just to make things easier, because I'm pushing it right above the fuel tank. So it's going to come out the other side of that mount there, hopefully in there, just like that. And there we have it. Just now I've got to wire it in on top of that. I'm going to have keep two in there just for, who knows, no point deleting it if you don't need to. You could use it for something one day. I'm stripping the wires, stripping the casing off, just using a pair of bloody pliers, that's all I got really. So just strip that off, and then I'm crimping these connectors on with a set of mole grips. So, a bit cowboy, but you do what you got to do, eh? Finished off with a bit of electrical tape, just to yeah, make it a bit more professional. So there we go, she's in. Bigger cables, hopefully that does the trick. I don't have any decent fixings, so I've just got 2 tech screws holding it in. But yeah, I'm in the middle of nowhere, so you just make do, don't you? We now have protective casing over the whole thing, conduit all over it. Now it's just put it all back together. Put it all back together, clip all the plastic trim back on, and away we go. All the cabling's got conduit on it, and I've put all the trim back on. Don't mind Emily's knitting, but yeah. Next thing is, last thing is to connect the cables to the battery and hope it all works, otherwise I've got to pull all of it out again. Let's hope not. And there we go, all wired in. I'm just going to put a few zip ties on it just to hold it in place, stop the cable moving around. Yeah, just get it looking tidy. Cracked a beer just in time for sunset. Next week on Caravan Chronicles, we explore the York Peninsula, where we camp on the cliffs at Tapara Rocks, so have to restrain Sunny with some rope.